Good morning. I want to kind of visit with you briefly about our contest, football contest on last Saturday. We played Jackson State University week 4. Last week of preparation was a very exceptional week for us. Our kids were very, very focused. They practiced extremely hard, and they made sure that the plan that we put in on Monday through Friday went well on Saturday. In the football contest, Jackson State's a very, very tough opponent, a very, very physical football team. Coach Jackson does a great job of preparing his football teams, and especially in his first season there. Very, very quality football team that was 2-1. We went in there 0-3, but playing good football and playing extremely hard. I thought our kids fought well. They played as hard as they possibly could for the fourth particular week, so we was excited about what happened. We did a great job as far as limiting our penalties, and also did a great job of protecting the football, but then we also were able to turn them over, which actually gave us quite a bit of points on Saturday. So that's something that we're excited about. We're happy that we got our first victory, and our kids continue to fight and continue to play well. And I thought we won in all phases of the game, kicking game, offense, and defense. This week's opponent, we're playing Prairie View A&M in the Cotton Bowl Classic. It's another tough opponent. Of course, we're playing in conference play right now, so everybody we face is going to be a tough opponent. So it's another opportunity to go out and showcase our abilities. Our kids are continuing to get better week in and week out, and this week is no different. We talked about them last night, making sure that we have the focus that we need in order to put a good plan together and be successful this weekend. But they have a great offense with a great quarterback that throws the ball extremely well. So it's going to be up to us to make sure that we do a better job playing pass defense, but also continue to stop the run. So we look forward to this weekend, and then also making sure that we can get our second victory.
Coach, first things first, I mean, you personally, how does it feel to get your first victory as head coach?
Well, I tell you, it feels great. Anytime you're able to come away from a football contest victorious, it feels great. You put so much hard work into this, and these kids and coaches put so much time into it from January of last spring all the way up until this point that you need a little bit of sugar, and getting a little bit of taste of how it feels helps us and gives us the confidence that we need in order to continue to grow and continue to develop as a football team.
Had you been feeling every game that we're getting right there, getting closer and closer to where you would ultimately want to be, which is a victory?
Exactly. We talk about all the time just breaking the game down in segments, basically just playing each particular play to the best of our ability, not looking up at the scoreboard, not being focused on the time, not being focused on the situation, but just being focused on doing the best job we can possibly do on that particular play. So I thought our kids have continued to do that all throughout the season. If you look back even at the Houston contest, we were down in that ball game, and then our defense went out and had a goal line stand late in the ball game. I think that shows the caliber of character that we have on this team and the way we want to play the game. It really doesn't matter what the score is. We're going to continue to play and play extremely hard and continue to develop as a team, because to me that's the foundation of building a winning program, is to make sure that we're developing and doing things the right way no matter the score.
Talk a little bit about Steve and the way he's progressed the past 2 weeks and what his skill set brings to the team.
Well, I'm not surprised at Steven. He showed that last spring. We knew that he could throw the football. He comes from the same similar type system where he's had an opportunity to throw the football. So we always knew that he had the ability to do it. The only question was doing it under the lights. That's why we wanted to make sure that we made the right decision by playing both quarterbacks, because you never know what you're going to get under the lights. And truth be told, he's a gamer, and we believe in him greatly, and we're looking to ride the wave with him.
And what about the week Tyree had? Obviously a big game.
Well, Tyree doesn't surprise me either. Being a Carroll Bulldog, he, as I'm a Carroll Bulldog also, but he's a great player, but he's an even better person, and I'm not just saying that because he's sitting in the room with us. He does things the right way. He comes from a humble background. He's going to graduate on time. He's the type of student athlete that we want here at Grambling State University.
You talked about fumbles, penalties. You had that focus last week or against Jackson State that you've been looking for. How do you build on that without them falling back and saying, all right, we got this now?
Well, even though, we didn't have as many penalties as we've had in previous weeks, there's still a lot of things that we have to correct. I think offensively we got to do a better job of running the football because that keeps our defense off the field and keeps them fresh. I think there were times within the ball game that we had people wide open, and we have to make sure that we make them pay for our guys being wide open and getting that open. And we have to continue to work to do that. And then there were times where we may have gotten behind the chains on first down. We have to do a better job on first down because that puts us in second and medium and third and short situations, which 9 times out of 10 gives you a better percentage of being successful on third down. So that's something that we talk about. And then defensively, we have to play better pass defense. We understand that. We know that. And that's about making sure our eyes and our feet are in the right position and where they're supposed to be. And that's just discipline, and it comes with a new system, and we're doing a good job of installing the system. But at times, guys tend to revert back to old habits. And that's just part of it. We have to continue to work, continue to bear down, and continue to develop so we can completely be a great defense.
Do you think you're getting the kind of pressure on the quarterback that you want to get?
I thought early on in the contest we were. Then I thought Jackson did a great job of adjusting and kind of mixing in a lot more run and play action, which gave them a lot more protection. But I think we have to do a better job of getting there over the course of the game. If you look at the last 2 contests, we've gotten to the quarterback early. But then later on in the game, whether it's fatigue or whatever the case may be, we tend to not be as violent on the quarterback as we need to. So that's something that we understand, and like we say all the time here at Grambling State University, we're gonna scratch where it itches. And right now we know where it's itching right now. So it's important for us to make sure we scratch there and get that better so we can go out and be better on this Saturday.
2-part question. On Saturday, what particular aspect were you particularly proud of, and what aspect were you not particularly proud of on Saturday?
First, the part I was not proud of, I thought we lost focus the last 2 minutes of the ball game, and it really did upset me a great deal because I understand, and these student athletes, they understand now that you can actually lose a ball game without being focused late in the ball game. And I thought we kind of lost focus, and we were kind of all over the place. Guys weren't in position where they were supposed to be on the sidelines. We weren't focused on the contest. There was a time where we had an interception and it was ran back to the 4-yard line, and everybody just assumed that it was a touchdown. And we had to burn a timeout as a result of guys not being focused. So I think it's okay because it's a learning tool, and it's something that we can use to learn from, especially after victory. We have to remain focused all the time. And, we talk about all the time a football game is 60 minutes. Well, there were 2 minutes left in that ball game, and you cannot take any minutes off. And I think they understand that now. Everything for us has been something new. That was the first victory that we've had in a while here at Grambling State University. So we talked about knocking down that wall, and I thought they did a good job of being successful in knocking down the wall. Now it's about how to handle a victory. What's the best way to handle it? And for us, it's having amnesia. If you lose a ball game, you get rid of it. You forget about it after 24 hours. Well, same thing for a victory. Because this week we have Prairie View A&M, and they're 0-3, and they're hungry, and they're wanting a victory, and they're going to do everything in their power to try to get it. So we have to make sure that we're just as aggressive and even more aggressive to get our second victory. But to answer your second part of your question, the positive, I thought our kids have continued to play hard. Very few penalties, very few turnovers. And when you have very few penalties and very few turnovers, 9 times out of 10, you have a chance to win the football game. And that's what we talk about all the time, is putting yourself in position to have a chance to win the ball game. And that's all you can ask for as a coach. Then after you put yourself in that position, now it's up to us to just snatch the victory.